All right, guys, happy Wednesday. We have some pressing work for today. We're going to be doing a similar theme we've done this week so far. So it's going to be 4 rounds. Every 3 minutes, we're going to do 8 strict press, followed immediately by 5 to 10 kipping handstand push-ups. Okay, so again, I'll talk about variations for this. The strict press, I always remind people, when you come out of the rack, this is not going to be a movement driven by your body. So the bar is going to be squarely in your hands, okay, and it's not going to be a front rack position when you come out of the rack. I see people make that mistake all the time. They're going to do strict press and they walk out of the rack like this. This is not a strong position to press in. So when you start the movement, right, again, find your grip, squeeze the bar really aggressively, come underneath, and then stand up with the bar in your hands, okay, take a step back, squeeze your body tight, just drive from the arms, down and up. Okay, get a good lockout, 8 reps. From there, you're gonna go immediately over and into some kipping handstand push-ups. So I'll give you a quick review on kipping handstand push-ups. All right, you need to be comfortable kicking up to the wall first. Okay, my chin is tucked. You need to be able to lower yourself safely on top of your head. From here, your butt goes to the wall. You bring your feet down, and this is important, the feet come off the wall to load your hips. Okay, a lot of people just come down to here and they miss the hips, all right? So bring the feet off the wall. So you should be comfortable and balanced here, and then you drive up through the hips and lock it out, okay? So it's down, butt to the wall, load, and drive, okay? So there's a timing component with driving the legs and pressing. I'm cool with you today to practice your kip, decreasing the range of motion, increasing the height of the pad. So this will be a little bit easier because my head and the distance of my press wouldn't be so high. So I can do the same thing, lower down, right? That's gonna feel a little bit easier, okay? Another option for you is to do your 8 strict press and then go right into 5 to 10 push press. So a similar idea is I'm still getting that overhead press, but now I can use my legs and my hips. So if you need to, you do your 8 press, maybe rack it, or maybe go directly into a push press. And you can see how there's kind of a similar stimulus for the kipping handstand push-up. So that's how you can approach that. Let's talk about our conditioning. All right, guys, we have a 20-minute EMOM. Every minute we're going to do a different movement. There's 4 movements with 1 minute of rest. So it's going to be 10 push press, biking for calories, 50-foot handstand walk, and some ring muscle up work. Okay, so let's go through each one. Push press, we should know. I talked about that in the last variation for your strength portion, but this is going to be around 65% of your max. Okay, you're going to do dip and drive, feet are right under the hips, drive overhead, bring it back down, drive back overhead, down and up. Okay, trying to connect those movements, driving from the legs to a good lockout. This should be a way you can do unbroken, so this should be pretty quick. You got 10 reps to do. Okay, try to avoid what's known as a jerk, where you dip, drive, and you get back underneath it, right? You want to dip and just finish with the arm straight up, okay? 10 reps. From there, you're going to have biking for calories, which is pretty straightforward. Choose a number that's challenging, but you can get under the minute, and that gives you enough time to get to the next movement. From there, we got a 50-foot handstand walk. So 50-foot handstand walk, of course, you can scale the distance down. If that's hard for you, you can maybe do half the distance, or just go as far as you can within a 45-second period. Main thing here is getting comfortable with the kick up and leaning your body weight forward, okay? We want to be able to kick up and then let the feet lead us as we go, okay? I was trying to do that slowly so you can see. Commonly when people are nervous about falling on their back, they'll kick up, walk their hands, but the hands are always in front, so they never get to that good position. So I tell you, when you're doing this, think about just kicking up to a handstand. Try to hold parallel and then ease into it nice and steady, okay? Don't rush your hands forward. So a way that you can practice this is by using the wall as a spotter. So I kick up just a couple feet from the wall and just try to walk a couple feet to the wall and come back down. So maybe do that for 5, 6, 7 attempts within that minute period, okay? For those that are not comfortable kicking up yet, we can do some type of bear crawl. So you can do maybe twice the distance of a bear crawl, trying to keep the hips nice and high, so you'll still get that feeling of a handstand walk. Or you can do some version of shoulder tap. So I step up to the wall and then tap my shoulders, getting that good strength in that inverted position, all right? From there, we're gonna go to ring muscle up work, all right? So again, this design is 6 for guys, 4 for women. Scale the reps down, do attempts, but ways that you can scale this. You can do jumping ring muscle up, so you can set up a box, jump, and then you have to do the dip by yourself, all right? You can do bar muscle up work, okay? We can do banded bar muscle up. Remember something like this, right? Up and over. But asking yourself, what's a limiting factor for a lot of people is that ability to do the ring dip. We're getting comfortable in the ring dip. So that's going to be our primary scale today, if you do not have ring muscle ups, to do some number of ring dips. So on the rings with a band, you can place the band over both rings, step your foot in. At the bottom position, you want to make sure that the bicep touches the ring. So a good deep ring dip, and at the top, you get a good lockout. All right? So you can go down and up using a band. If you start to hit failure here, look at my bottom foot. I kind of kiss the ground a little bit and get a little tiny tap off my toe just to ensure that I'm hitting that full range of motion every single round. So upwards of like 10 to 12 per round. And then you can, of course, also work on some type of bench dip for, again, 10 to 15 reps per round if you need to build that basic strength. All right? So that is our EMOM for today, guys. Have fun. See you tomorrow.